Interesting facts about India. India has the second biggest population on Earth. The game chess started in India. India produces the most movies in the world. Yoga originated in India. India is the seventh biggest country on Earth.
Mind-blowing facts you didn't know about time. Part 11. Time passes differently at different altitudes. So if you're in Colorado, time actually passes a lot more quickly than if you're in Death Valley. I don't love that. There are 3 spatial dimensions: up and down, side to side, front to back, and then there's time. But time is the only dimension we can only travel one direction in. Or can we? If the history of the universe were placed on a calendar year, humans would only come into existence around December 31st at 11:59 p.m. Basically, we're still infants. The 10th president of the United States still has 2 grandchildren alive today. Whoa. Oxford University is older than the Aztec civilization. Harvard University was founded before Isaac Newton published his laws about motion and gravity, so it's like super old. We went to the moon only 66 years after the Wright brothers invented human flight.
These are the most disturbing internet trends that actually exist. Number 1, the Blue Whale Challenge. This sinister game starts with players joining a Facebook page and are given tasks over a 50-day period that are increasingly dangerous, with the last few involving serious crime and the final task being suicide. And hundreds of deaths have been linked to this trend. Number 2, subway surfing. Based on the game Subway Surfers, this trend involves running across the top of a subway, but tons of people in the last year have fell off the train and died doing this. Follow for part 2.
Mind-blowing facts with Gerard. A woman once jumped off the 86th floor of the Empire State Building, but the wind pushed her back and she fell onto a ledge of the 85th floor. She survived. The biggest bacteria species known, Theo margarita namibanensis, can have a maximum diameter of 0.7 millimeters, which is big enough for you to see without a microscope. November 2nd, 2000 was the last time all humans were on the planet together. Since then, at least one person has remained on the International Space Station. There is a termite colony in the Amazon rainforest that is the size of Great Britain and is almost 4,000 years old. There are also hundreds of millions of termite mounds. The US government has an official for the zombie apocalypse. Conplan 8888, also known as Counter-Zombie Dominance, was written in 2011. And just in case you think this is weird bureaucratic humor, the first line reads, "This plan is not actually designed as a joke." There used to be 9 different species of humans.
I was today years old when I found out that someone tells you to break a leg before an audition because they hope you end up in a cast. A TV show pilot is called a pilot because it's the first time it's on air. This little piggy went to the market doesn't mean the pig went grocery shopping. It means the pig literally went to the market. Pinterest is called Pinterest because you pin your interest. When someone tells you to hold your horses, they're telling you to be stable. Like a stable holds horses. Sand is called sand because it's in between the sea and land. Sand. A division symbol is just a fraction with dots replacing the numerator and denominator. Did I just not know this?
Did you know that a human tooth has 36 calories? If you put half of a sliced grape in the microwave, it'll turn into plasma, essentially lighting on fire. Over 7% of adult Americans think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. That's over 20 million people that should not be allowed to drive. These girls don't make chocolate milk. You're all dumb.
Here's some stuff that'll really make you sad. If a mother bear only has 1 cub, she will get rid of that little nigga for good. That's because bears would rather have multiple kids instead of just one. Wait, you wanna have all them goddamn kids? Also, there's a whale out there that will never find a mate, man. When whales do mating calls, they make this loud ass noise that attracts other whales. But there's one whale that makes it sound so low that no other whales can hear him. Cause someone get my man some goddamn pussy. And some of y'all already knew this, but some hamsters will eat their own kids, especially if their cage is way too small for the both of them to fit in. Hey, are you my mom? God damn it, he's too big. Whoa, nice place you got here, lady. You know, it's a little small, but we could work. Oh, dinner time already? Yummy. What we about to eat? Oh, shit! Oh, someone help! Help! This bitch is insane! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
The United States has some weird laws. Like in Alaska, you can't get drunk at a bar and stay there. So you have to like get drunk and then leave. You can be arrested if you're drunk at the bar that you got drunk at. That doesn't make sense. Fortune telling is illegal in Maryland. Sorry, Marylanders, I guess you won't know your fortune. In Arizona, you need a permit to feed garbage to a pig. Guys, if you play with a llama in Georgia, you're responsible for any personal injuries. Watch out. Billboards are illegal in Hawaii. I love this one. Cannibalism is illegal in Idaho, and it's punishable by up to 14 years in prison. Yeah, I would hope so if you're eating another human being's flesh. If you see seaweed in New Hampshire, don't carry it at night, or you'll get arrested. In Michigan, it is illegal to cheat on your husband or wife. You'll go to jail for 4 years. That's so amazing.
What's something you wish you didn't know? Stitch this with your response. But here are a few freaky facts that you can never unhear. Statistically speaking, the average person walks past 16 murderers in their lifetime. If you get infected with rabies, it can take years before any symptoms show up. Now, rabies is curable if you catch it before symptoms set in, but if you don't, the mortality rate is over 99%, and it's an absolutely horrible way to die. There are currently thousands of people who mysteriously vanished from national parks, never to be heard from again. And if you look at the map of missing persons in the US, it lines up a little too well with our cave systems. According to what's known as the Troxler effect, your brain can trick you into seeing monsters in the mirror. Being encased in cement is one of the worst ways to die. It doesn't crush you or suffocate you. It incinerates you by sucking all the moisture out of your body. And statistically, if 1,000 people comment on this post, 9 will die this year.
Weird medical facts. We're born with only 2 natural fears. The fear of falling and the fear of loud sounds. All other fears and phobias are acquired or learned later in life. The tongue is the only muscle in the body attached from one end only. All other muscles are fully attached at 2 ends. Sleep literally cleanses your brain. When we sleep, more cerebrospinal fluid flushes through the brain to wash away the day's worth of harmful excess proteins and toxins.
This is a teddy bear that is so dangerous that it has to be locked up. This bear is located in England in Bolsover Castle, which was originally built in the 12th century. And one of the strangest things about this place is that inside of it, there was a bear named Mr. Ted that is said to be extremely cursed and haunted by something evil. Now, staff are so afraid of him, which is why he is locked in a glass case surrounded by chains, which is so weird to see because you'd never think someone would be like threatened by a teddy bear. Apparently, this bear is known to cause headaches and nausea to anyone that is standing near it. There are also numerous occasions where people have heard this bear growling at them. There was this one time a news crew was allowed to go to the castle to see this bear, and at 3 a.m. during the witching hour, all the cameras turned off, and the producer got so sick that he was taken to the hospital. So this bear does not play around.
Mind-blowing facts part 13 about dreams because you guys like those so much. Our brains can actually not distinguish the difference between emotions you feel in a dream and emotions you feel in real life. That's why you wake up mad at your boyfriend or girlfriend for cheating on you because how dare them, but really it was a dream, they didn't do anything wrong. Dreams, in fact, get crazier as the night goes on. So it may start with just unpacking your day, and then all of a sudden you're hooking up with Timothy Chalamet and you're morphing into a bird jumping off a building. I don't know. Our brains, for some reason, have trouble recreating faces and like limbs and hands in dreams. So sometimes you may have fingers missing or someone's face might be blurry, which is really creepy to think about when you're not in a dream. But in a dream, it's like, okay, your face is just blurry. That's normal. It's actually very common to wake up from a dream, but actually still be dreaming and then wake up from your real dream. It's called dreaming within a dream. You can actually train your brain to stay conscious while you're dreaming so you can control your dreams. This is called lucid dreaming. Comment if you want me to teach you how.
The least likely probabilities of dying in the world. Death by shark attack 1 in 3.75 million people. Death by hailstorm 1 in 13 million people. Death by asteroid impact 1 in 75 million people. Dying by vending machine 1 in 112 million people. Dying by slipping on a banana peel, 1 death in recorded history.
You think your parents are young? This is 5-year-old Lina Medina. In 1936, she experienced severe stomach pains. But when her parents took her to the doctor, they found out she was 7 months pregnant. She gave birth 4 weeks later, making her the youngest confirmed mother in the world.
One for the last several years is Iceland.
Here's why Iceland is the safest country in the world. Police don't carry guns because the crime rate is so low. This makes them a lot more approachable to people. They do have a SWAT team with firearms, but they don't have to use that very often. Usually there's no more than one murder a year. Their pride is the only pride in the world which has never been protested. It is the most gender equal country in the world, and there are multiple laws in place to stop minorities from being discriminated against. Every university and college degree costs less than 1 month's rent. This means that more people can afford to get qualifications, and so less crimes such as theft are committed. They also have very high employment rates. They have no harmful animals apart from this wee guy who rarely approaches humans. The country is so safe that people often leave their babies outside to take naps. Apparently they fall asleep within a minute. They usually have baby monitors just in case, but there is next to no danger of them ever being taken.
Weird facts you didn't know. Part 10. Your nose can remember 50,000 different smells. And women are better smellers than men. I wonder if you could smell bush. The world's youngest parents were 8 and 9. They could have been grandparents by 18. Maine is the only state with one syllable. Mississippi, Colorado, North Carolina, South Carolina. They just got lazy with Maine. The word okay, which stands for all correct or all correct, is the most frequently used word on the planet. The hottest temperature ever recorded was 136 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you imagine walking outside in that heat? Ladies, your lashes will melt right off. Only 1% of people can swing their foot clockwise while drawing the number 6. I'm not in the 1%. Are you in the 1%? Make sure you heart this video and follow me for more.
Here are 3 tips that could actually save your life. Number 1, if you're stuck in an elevator, do not try to pry the door open and wiggle yourself out, because that will upset the equilibrium and you will be crushed. Number 2, if you notice a car is following you, do not try to go to your house. You need to make 4 right turns in a row to see if they're actually following you. But if they are following you, you need to go to a police station immediately. Number 3, if you're outside during a thunderstorm and your hair starts doing this, you need to seek shelter as fast as you can, because you're about to be struck by lightning.
The human body cannot do these 3 things. 1, you cannot keep your eyes open when you sneeze. And 2, you cannot stick out your elbow and touch it to your chin. And 3, even though it seems crazy, you cannot stick out your tongue and breathe out your nose at the same time. It's amazing but true. And hey, put your tongue back in your mouth. You look like an idiot doing that.